All right, Shalom. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Shemawi, Shabbat, Shemar Kakodash, the abundance of the apostle and others, a great millstone, and Shalom to other Achaemenid pushing the word of sincerity and in truth. I just wanted to do a lesson on health, the benefit of cleansing your system, to get demons off of you. A lot of those evil spirits that be constantly tormenting your mind, when it seems like you can't shake them, you know, and I've did a few videos on this, but it's always great. Repetition. Repetition is the mother of skill, is the father of learning. So constantly going over these things over and over again, as well as applying them, because knowing is half the battle. Applying is another thing. It has extremely important benefits to one's spirit. Everything interconnects. You as a soul, as a spirit, in the flesh, you have to take care of both. You take care of your spirit through reading, studying, fasting, and things of that nature. And you take care of your body through health and diet, and it all works hand in hand. This is the vehicle that the Lord has given unto us to, maneuver with. And just like your car, you have a vehicle, you change your oil constantly. You have to change your rotors, you have to change your brakes, you have to, change your tires. You have to make sure it's clean externally, internally. Make sure your fluids are proper. If anything breaks down within your body, within your car, you have to replace it. And if you ride your car, which I seen a video of an individual, he had a brand new vehicle. It was damn near like a luxury model vehicle, but he never changed the oil, and it was like tar. Somebody had eventually changed it after so and so thousand miles, and it was basically tar, and that alone could damn lock up the engine, you know, and jack up the whole vehicle. And it's the same thing now. That's why you have which the oil of what they say, the oil is the blood of the car, you know, and oil is also what they say the blood of the earth, and your blood has to be cleansed. A lot of times, you have a lot of cardiovascular issues. It comes from bad blood circulation, and you have to do exercises and cleanses to, get your body back up to par so that you don't have all these different ailments, arthritis and gout. And, some people, they have brain deficiencies, dementia, and, Alzheimer's. They're extremely forgetfulness. Some people have digestive problems, acid reflux, and gallstones and things of that nature. And all these things, can be reversed through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, but it takes a lot of discipline, and your body craves those, the unhealthy things, the snacks, the sweets, the cookies, the cakes, the chips, the junk food, and a lot of those foods, they don't come from the earth; they're chemically induced. And that's why you're heavily addicted. And that's why it's important to stay away from those foods and cleanse your system. I just had the benefit of cleansers, and the first thing to pop up these Walmart cleansers, which, a lot of these cleansers be BS. You could get better cleansers at your local health stores. But hey, they do a lot of these things do be having certain herbs is better than the damn chips and crackers and the damn you know Snickers. Anything is better than that. And you look on the back of the labels, and they do have a lot of beneficial herbs. So cleansing is key. But it says benefits of cleansing. A juicing cleanse is a short-term diet that limits caloric intake, which your calories break down into energy. Um, and when you limiting your the food that you constantly consume, then your body draws its natural energy, and basically it helps because when you put a lot of meat, a lot of red meat, a lot of starches, a lot of cheese, dairy based products, simple carbs, rice and things of that white rice and things of that nature, and you're constantly eating, it weighs a lot on your stomach, and it takes a lot of times for those things to process out. And you can look on the chart and see how long those different products stay within your system. So your body uses a lot of its energy towards digestion. But when you lighten up on digestion, that's why a lot of people, first thing when they say about cleansing is, you know, eat more light vegetables, fruits, and things of that nature. Cut out the meats because meat is very heavy, and your body will transition all those digestive, its energy towards digestion, towards rebuilding. That's why fasting has so many benefits because you're giving your body a 24-hour window, or if you're doing intermittent fasting, your 8-hour window, 6-hour window. You're giving your body a certain amount of time to rejuvenate and to reestablish itself, because the human body, it builds this, it regenerates. All right. If you stay without certain things for a period of time, your body will start to rebuild. But continuing on, it says intake to freshly pressed juice, fruit and vegetable juices, and yeah, a lot of too much juice. That's fruit juice that can be pretty bad for you. It's really good to more so do with vegetable juices. You could make what certain fruit smoothies and things of that nature, but you breaking it down, it's a lot of sugar that's being deposited in your system. So it is a real science to cleansing too, and that's why you have to study. You have to study and see what works best for your body, and it all depends on what type of sickness you have, and looking up what herbs you need, because sometimes you might be mineral deficient, you might be vitamin, and you don't have the proper vitamins and minerals. You might have too much toxins within your body, and you have to release those toxins through you know, it's all about diet. All right. Juice cleanses or juice fast advocates, which advocates and supports, report many benefits, including clear skin, weight loss, and reduced bloating, as well as fewer headaches. Right. And a lot of times you'll have headaches and you'll have a lot of, you know, like I said, sicknesses within your body, and you just can't shake it. And it seems like it just doesn't want to go away, but you got to watch what you eat. And you think, a lot of people don't believe that the connection of food connects to your mental health, which it does. A lot of people that have mental health issues, a lot of it stems back to what they eat, and you might have a lot of parasites, a lot of candida, a lot of bacteria within your system, and that's just the environment for demons to live in, which they live through funguses, they live through bad bacteria, they live through viruses, like I said before, and it's a host of microorganisms that plague your body when you actually, constantly eating what they call it junk food. You're constantly putting junk in your system, and you think your body's gonna run like a well-oiled machine. No, it doesn't work like that. So this is Sirach 38:1. Honor a physician with the honor due unto him, for the uses which ye may have of him, for the Lord have created him. Right, and the physicians would be individuals that would be herbalists. It would, make you certain herbs to take care of you if you were extremely sickly individual, and a lot of our brothers, our health are not going to be 100%. That's why we need a savior, but it's still important to take care of yourself within the meantime. You don't want to be broken down, so to speak, and extremely messed up, having all these different ailments, especially if you could fix it. And a lot of things, a lot of men could fix, but they don't have the discipline nor the faith to even tap into it. So they just chunk it up, And this truth ain't just about going through the motions. You have to really get into, these things, man. The Lord, has put medicines all over the earth. You have Ayurvedic medicines from the East Indians. They have different herbs that you could use, to take care of yourself. You have Chinese medicine. You have South American different herbs, African medicines, as well as medicines and herbs here in the Americas. So herbs are all over the planet Earth, and we're due to the fact we in the year 2020, so to speak. It's not the goddamn damn 1700s. You could order things from the whole other side of the earth. You didn't have that access, back in the day. of getting things shipped right at your front door from just typing certain things on your computer or on your smartphone. So we have to take advantage. All right, for of the Most High cometh healing, and he shall receive honor of the king. Right, so the Most High cometh, for of the Most High cometh healing. The word heal goes back to the Hebrew word rapah. All right, so you can be healed. And, you know, there are certain books that even tell you that, a lot of those demons come from your diet. It's a book that the apostles had recommended years ago. I forget the name of the book, but I wish I could find it. Lord willing, I could probably hit a brother that's been around for a while that actually recalls that book. Lord willing, I might do a second edition on this. Just constantly pegging at the spirit of being on top of your game as far as health goes. And so, all right, it says the skill of the physician shall lift up his head. Right. So as it is written in Sirach 1:19, wisdom raineth down skill. So to be a skillful physician has extremely high benefits, and it lifts you up. All right. It lifts you up from that sorrowful mentality. It lifts you up from that depression, because a lot of times you down and out. Like I said, sometimes exercising, sometimes getting more vitamin D and sunlight will take demons off you, man. You cooped up in the house playing video games, on the internet all day, just compressed, and your body and your spirit doesn't really have any type of outlet, a physical outlet, and you just cooping up spirits, man. And like I said, on top of the food that you eating, and you're not really even purging a lot of that out of your system through sweat, because you want to sweat too. Sweating is important, That's why, even getting into certain sports and things of that nature for certain brothers that, desire to do so, or even hitting the gym, or even walking around, whatever. Being active, being some type of active is important. So it says, in the sight of great men, he shall be in admiration. It says, the Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them, which the word abhor means hate. So the Lord created these medicines, and the wise option is not to hate the herbs, because a lot of times Jake stay away from teas and the drinks because it doesn't taste good. It ain't got the same hit, as Reese's Pieces, man, or damn Pringles. Jake don't want the healthy stuff because it's really jacking up them evil spirits in your body. That's what it really is. Your taste buds have been adapted to toxic foods, and the demons in your body that's living, they feed off of that. That's why you have a sugar rush whenever you eat your candies and your sweets and things of that nature. What they call it, a sweet tooth, where there's no such thing as a sweet tooth. Your teeth are just used for as bones of grinding. It's really, accelerated senses that, you desire sugar. And you might have sugar, your sugar levels might be low. You might have taken certain thing that, makes you crave sugar. And like I said, sugar is heavily addictive, especially that white sugar. You want to have actually, instead of taking those negative sugars, you want to eat positive sugars. Certain fruits, berries, blueberries, raspberries, your oranges, making sure that it has the seeds, just like most dietitians and medical, herbal practitioners, they always say organic food. We finished on this side, damn near everything is tainted and toxic, but we could do the best that we can through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, as well as praying that the Most High helps you. So it says, was not the water made sweet with wood, and that the virtue thereof might be known? And he that giveth hath given men skill, that he might be honored in his marvelous works. So a lot of brothers do have the skill of herbs, man. In most cases, most brothers, you run into, they know them herbs. But it's one thing knowing, and it's another thing applying. And that, it's a cut for myself too. Even though I do take herbs and things of that nature, we could all be more on top of our game. So it says, with such doth he heal men and take away their pains. See? So you have body pains, you have joint pains, you have back pains, you have mental pains. And scripture says he heals men and he take away their pains. And you don't have to take painkillers. All right, you don't have to take these artificial painkillers. I think Percocets and it's various other drugs that the medical industry prescribes you. And I was listening to a video Saturday after camp riding home, and there was individuals that was taking OxyContin. That's what it was, OxyContin for joint and back pains in the 90s, and they were speaking about, which I could pull up the video. I'm not gonna do it just for the spirit of time, for the time's sake, and I have it because I want to go into this other article, but they were going into OxyContin and how beneficial it was when they first started taking it. You can see the videos. There was, man, OxyContin has helped my back pain. I've always had chronic ailments, and it's always tortured me, my back, my joints, and it's always hurt me. But since I took OxyContin, it's been helping me out tremendously. I could live my life how I want to. And you see how they were so excited when they were taking OxyContin, but throughout the years, they got heavily addicted due to the fact that they needed more and more dosages. They might have lost their job, and their the benefits of actually getting certain drugs, so to speak, went down the drain. So they had to start taking street drugs and things of that nature. And they were so addicted to OxyContin, a lot of them overdosed. A lot of them lost their houses. A lot of them, their women or husbands left them, because those drugs are demons too. And that's why you don't trust in the white man. You don't trust in the pink and the white and the blue pill. Trust in what the Lord has on the earth. All right. You'll see your grandparents and they have all these goddamn pills, man. That's not how we supposed to be living. All these herbs around us, all these natural plants with all these benefits, and you got Jake taking goddamn Skittles, man. Continuing on. Of such the apothecary make a confection, and of his works there is no end, and from him is peace over all the earth. So, apothecary is basically a storehouse that stores herbs, and you can actually build your own apothecary. I would recommend most brothers to build all brothers to build an apothecary. Just to have those herbs on deck. Which, Lord willing, I have a mini apothecary, nothing too extravagant, but I want to amplify it. Lord willing, I get into a better situation, more room, I could really build it how I would like to. But that's just one of my personal goals, and like I said, it would definitely help brothers tremendously, especially brothers that they're constantly being bombarded by their health, man, and it lowers your spirit, lowers your self-esteem. It makes you not feel good about yourself. It's a true demon, man. But you can reverse it. You can overcome it through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. You just got to believe it, then achieve it. So it says on this blacklisted news articles, treating children for worms yields long-term benefits, says new study. Children who receive sustained treatment against common parasitic infections grow up to achieve a higher standard of living, with long-lasting health and economic benefits extending to their communities, according to new findings from a research team led by a University of California, Berkeley economist. And it's a lot to this article. I'm not going to read anymore, but I definitely wanted to drive that home. Oh, well, let me jump down. The results show that school-based deworming can have incredibly high rate of return, said Creamer. In the current context of Kenya and other countries, many investments in health and education have been interrupted by COVID-19. Finding a way to resume them will be critical for the next generation of children. So, yeah, deworming, getting, some people have ringworms and hookworms and all these different types of worms within their body. And a lot of times you be sapped out of energy and you just feel so unmotivated. And it's a lot of times because those worms that's in your body, those parasites, which the word parasite goes back to, if I'm not mistaken, the Greek parasitikos, which means to eat at another's table. And your table is really your stomach. All right, because whenever you're sitting at the dinner table, it's being transported from your mouth to your stomach. Everything on that table is going to your stomach. But you have parasites that live within your house, that's eating all the vitamins and minerals out of your, so it makes it where basically you're getting no benefits even of what you're eating. And that's why it's great to cleanse before you actually put a lot of minerals and take your, individuals take multivitamins. All those are good, but you want to break down those demons and get them out and then start rebuilding. That's the proper way to do it. All right, so this is Daniel 1 and 12. Prove thy servants, I beseech thee, 10 days, and let them give us post to eat and water to drink. All right, and this is the post diet that Daniel and the righteous men around him took to overcome the spirit. Basically to challenge the king's meats, excuse me. And it goes back to the Hebrew word Zerai or Zariah, which is vegetables as sown. So men of the Lord knew about the herbs and the veggies, green-based diets, so they knew it had a lot of benefits, and they took it for they did a cleanse 10 days. Then let our countenance be looked upon before thee, and the countenance of the children that eat of the portion of the king's meat. When you look up king's meat, is debaucherous foods, banquet-based foods, high carbs, high protein, high starches. And as thou seest, deal with thy servants. So he consented to them in this matter, and proved them 10 days. And at the end of 10 days, their countenance appeared fairer and fatter in flesh than all the children which did eat the portion of the king's meat. And just like I said before, clearer skin, weight loss, reduced bloating, as well as fewer headaches. And it proves exactly what the scripture says. So, let the words of the Most High be true and every man a liar. The white man is a physician of no value. He tells you these herbs don't work, say they're not clinically proven, they're not FDA approved, but take the drugs. Stop believing in the white man, stop believing in deception, believe in the truth of Yahweh Shema Shah. All right, so I want to end by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Shema Shah by Shem Rakakadash, the bonus of the apostle and elders, a great millstone. Shalom, Aki.